Now I want to highlight something which is easy to miss and which you probably missed in the last lecture. We added this anchor element. Now what's special about this element besides the fact that it's a link? The special thing here is that it's the first element that we added which is actually nested inside of some other element. Up to this point, we had a h1 element next to a paragraph, next to another paragraph. But now, this anchor element is another HTML element, which is now actually inside of another element. It's inside of this paragraph element. And this is no exception. Instead, this is something which you'll do all the time with HTML. For the vast majority of websites you're going to build, which of course will be a bit more complex than what we're building at the moment, you don't just have a lot of adjacent HTML elements, so elements that sit right next to each other, but instead you have nested elements. And you can deeply nest elements to have element inside of element inside of element. So we could include another element inside of this anchor tag element if it would make sense here, which in this case probably isn't the case, but we're going to see a lot of nesting throughout this course as we learn about more and more HTML elements. And that is one of the key features of HTML, that you can build and structure complex content by nesting HTML elements into each other. Because otherwise, if that would not be possible, you would not be able to build complex content structures. You would not be able to have a paragraph with a link inside of it, and that's of course unrealistic. So nesting HTML elements into each other, as we're doing it here with this link in this paragraph, is totally common. And it is just something which I wanted to point out here because it is such a common thing to do and because it is one of the key characteristics of HTML.